Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. Let's see if everything's working. Looks like everything's working. Okay. Mic check. Okay, here we go. Alright, so today we're going to see if we can make enough money to buy cotton candy flavored urinal discs. So we had some significant, or pretty significant, drop down in the pre-market. Alright, market open. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we retrace up a little bit back to 550.99. I want to see, so if we go to our 30-minute, I want to see maybe rejection underneath this yellow. Let's see if that happens. That to me will be healthy for the down, right? To follow this blue. If not, and we just continue down, then that's what you got. But we'll let the candles tell us what's going to happen. We'll let price action decide. Alright, big rejection wick. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to look at the economic calendar. My bad. I meant to do that and I completely forgot. Alright, we'll let the early candles play out. Got nothing to go off of right now. Let's see how we react to 548.71. Let's see if we form some type of structure here. If we do one of these. Well, we had such a big drop. I would hope for a little bit of retracement somewhere. Maybe to pull some liquidity from 550 before more. I mean, that would be ideal if we did that. Let's test this blue to see if this blue holds up. I haven't confirmed this magenta either, so let's give it some time. All right, let's test this blue. Let's test the blue. No reason to rush anywhere. This is why I wanted to wait till we get underneath 548.71 for puts. This is why. Right? The ideal setup for puts would have been just like that. That didn't happen, so now we wait. We also want to see if we stay inside the blue. Well, looks like this blue might be holding up. I might need to adjust it a bit. We'll see shortly. Give it time. Let's not rush anything. Let's not rush anything. Magenta might be our down for the day. Might be magenta. Let's see if we stay inside the blue. If we miss this move, we miss the move. No big deal. Let's wait for the setup. A lot of indecision right here. We knew that 548.71 was going to be some type of support, right? See how it's struggling right here? So we just wait for the setup. No big deal. And if it dumps right now, it dumps. So now we're going to test to see if magenta is going to be our down for the day. I'd like to break 548.71 first. All right, now we want to see how far we dig down. All right, we're not looking for calls until we get above 548.71. That's your safety. Minimum above 548.71. So we're in the downtrend. Now we're going to look for put setups. So we want to see if we get this right here, like that. Hopefully it retests 548.71 and rejects off the blue and underneath 548.71. Contract prices are high. There it is. We actually went over this yesterday when I did the setup explaining 50-50s. And if you remember yesterday during the lesson, I said it started rejecting before it even got to the 50-50, right? So single contracts, you're guiding off of purple. And then, oh, look how beautiful this move is. Look how beautiful this move is. We're not looking for calls until we get above here. Single contracts, if you want to take profit maybe, or multiple contracts you're getting out on break of blue. That was a good little base hit right there. Good move. Still got a little bit of time, but I'd be collecting some money. We might have a revenge call right here. So let's see if we get, here, let me show you. If we break blue, we want to see like this, right? But if you're still with this put, multiple contracts, remember, break a blue. But that's if you don't hesitate, right? You can't hesitate on this stuff. You see why we wait for the break of blue? This is the reason why right here. This is the reason why right here. There it is. Right? You saw the retracement right here. Now you get a chance to move your stop a little bit. Easy. All right, multiple contracts. Once we break this blue, start thinking about cutting chalks. Take your profit. Single contracts, this purple might have stopped you out if you took this 50-50 right here. Now for calls, keep in mind where your safety is, right? Somewhere up here, above 548.71 with the proper setup. Was a proper setup after some retracement. If you want to take the risk here, that's on you. The most reward here, but it's also a lot of risk. All right, now we broke blue, multiple contracts should be out. And just wait for the next setup. Now we wait for our setup. If you know, this is all you're gonna learn yourself, right? And it's these moments right here where you're gonna decide, and you have to take the learning lesson from whatever's gonna happen right now. This is where you need to learn. This is the time where you need to learn. So if you take the trade or don't take the trade, it's up to you. But the point is to get something from it. At least learn the lesson. We're gonna see. We'll see what happens. You know, is it gonna exactly do this thing right here that I drew, or is this the continuation? We don't know. Okay. Okay, trade protected. If you took above 548.71, your trade is protected. Easy money. It's too easy. This is why you can't hesitate. Look at this candle here, right? And then you get this hesitation right here. The break, the retest, break. This candle's a break. Here's the retest. Boom. Above 548.71. It's too easy. Look at this. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's wait for the next setup now. We're still comfortably in green. If you took this break, you're very comfortable. If you took this right here, you're very comfortable. Look at the look at the money. Look at the money we printed already. Don't be greedy. Take your profit when you can. Now let's see if we hit 550.99, and then we're going to form more structure above 550.99. It's very simple. Oh my goodness. Remember, calls above 548.71. That was the safety. If you wanted to take that bolt, it's too easy. All right, we want to get inside this magenta in here comfortably. Let's see if we get inside this magenta before we retrace. That'll be nice. Now, if we get below 548.71, start looking at puts again, right? So if we do this, we're going to start looking for puts. But until then, we're not worried about puts until over here for safety. I'd give the formation of this handle no lower than this bullseye, no lower. Start learning how to pay attention to price as opposed to the actual drawing. Look at price. That's what we want to see, the price. Because come on. Come on. Come on. Trade protected. You're welcome. Oh my goodness. You can't wait. You see the flexion? Look at the price. That's what I'm telling you. Look at the price. Don't focus on the drawing so much. It's the price that matters. You see where the flexion point is? This is easy. It's too easy. Easy. Now don't get greedy. Take your money. Look at the... Oh, we knew not to worry about puts until down here, right? This would be the safety. This is minimum. We're starting to look at puts. You have to listen to what I'm telling you. Meaning that this is still in play, right? We saw the retracement right here. This is, look at the money we printed. Look at this money we're printing. You're welcome. It's actually, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's actually too easy. It's actually too easy. Every day, every single day we do this. Every single day. You can't miss twice in a row. It's impossible to lose 2 trades in a row. It's actually impossible. All right, let's look for the setup now. Remember, this is still in play until around this area right here. I'll put it back. Once we break below, probably somewhere over here, if we break below this, start looking for puts. This is where our mind should be perked up to the idea of this, right? We're gonna move it like this. Now we want to see if we form another blue. Don't forget about this blue. It's already been a great morning. It's already been a phenomenal morning. So our next setup, if you're not already in it, we're going to want to see above 550.99 if you're not already in it. So what are we waiting for, right? If you took this flexion point here, then if you got in up here, where's your stop? Down here. Now you gotta wait to see what happens. Are you gonna, now you need to see, are we gonna be able to move our stop up? We don't know yet. That's why I always say take your profit. Take your profit when you can. If you took the trade down here at 547 and change, then your first retracement was here. You should be moving your stop up to here. If you took this one You should be moving your stop up to here now. You see how it works? Even if you were to get in at the worst possible time on this momentum candle, your trade is now protected. It's too easy. You can't lose. You actually can't lose. Now take a little bit of profit if you can, just to secure something. But if you're holding, then hold. But don't be greedy. Take what you can. The home runs will come. The home runs, they will happen. Take what you can. Do you see why you stick to the strategy now? Do you see why? You wait till the retracement. Look at the money we're printing. Look at this money. I told you puts somewhere down here. That's when we're worried about puts. Look at this money. You can't make it up. A little bit of patience. That's all it takes. You can't let it get you. This is what I was saying around here. What time was it? Like around 9:53 Eastern. This is what I was saying. This is you need to learn the lesson from this moment right here. This is why I was saying that. If you miss this trade, understand why. This should be in your journal. Why did you miss this trade? Or why did you not take it? Write it down. Because if I specifically said calls above 548.71, that, there's nothing more I can do besides that. There's absolutely nothing more I can do. And you have to be okay with being wrong. If you get it wrong, oh well. There's other setups, because now you know what the setup looks like for the put. So you don't have to, you gotta trust the system. Every day it works. So when are you gonna start to trust it? You gotta ask yourself that. I can't answer that for you. It's impossible to lose for the day. You may lose one trade. You may lose a trade. You can't lose twice in a row. It's actually impossible. We prove it every day. You can't lose two in a row. All right, now let's see how we react off of 550.99. If you were in the class yesterday, towards the middle of the session, I specifically went over a trade that I did on Friday, where I told you it never even touched the 50-50. Once I saw it, right, I knew where the 50-50 was, and it started rejecting above it. This was a rejection above that 50-50. Once you see that, then you should have some confidence that, but it actually should have been here, right? Because it broke, retested. Here's the rejection. It broke up here. This candle, it retested and it rejected. So if you saw this, If you saw this somewhere over here, now you know what it could look like. That's why I'm saying learn the lesson. Whatever happens right here, this is why I highlighted this moment. That's why I highlighted that moment specifically. Whatever happens here, monitor your own yourself. How did you react to this moment right here? That way you can improve. And remember this level here, right? It still has a possibility up until here. So if it, excuse me, it's still possible for this. So our puts are going to be minimum somewhere over here. Minimum. Start thinking about the puts over here. Now we wait for setup. There's no setup here. We have to wait. There's no setup. If you're in the trade, you're in the trade. You're moving your stops after every retracement. This is how you win. It's impossible to lose. We just did this yesterday. Every time we do a lesson, that next Monday, it hits perfectly. Don't chase anything. Wait for the setup that you're comfortable with. Remember, calls are technically still in play until this point here. After this, now I'm starting to think, you know, maybe we're looking for puts. The safety is going to be somewhere underneath here, preferably with this, right? Preferably with that. Let it play out a little bit. Let it play out. If you took this flexion point here, you got to get out on blue. On break of blue, you got to get out if you took this flexion point. But again, we shouldn't be thinking about puts until somewhere down here is your safety. Would it be nice if this flexion point hit? That'll be nice, but we'll see. We will see. The safety's down here. Somewhere down here. Remember, calls are still in play technically until here. I have it, it's specified right here. All right, if you took this blue flexion, your trade's protected, right? If you took, if you took this flexion point here, your trade is protected. Your trade is protected. It's actually too easy. And I told you, break a blue. It's actually way too easy. This is how we get every single dime out of the market. This is how. Look at the money. Look at the money. Now you have to ask yourself, why did I take this one? Because of the momentum candle. It rejected underneath the key level. My trade's protected. It's too easy. It's actually too easy. Oh my goodness. Could we have a better morning? Could we have a better Monday? Mondays are exciting now. Look at this. Now I have my stop set where it needs to be, just in case, because remember, this is still in play. I have my stop set just in case. So if you're trying to go in on calls here, you know, break a blue would be your ideal. There's no trade right here. Let it play out. Let it play out. There's no trade. If this handle hits though, Jesus. If this handle hits, geez, cheese and rice. I'm still holding until break a blue. I'm still holding this flexion until break a blue. I'm still holding until break a blue. It's too easy. It's too... Oh my goodness. It's actually too easy. It's actually too easy. But you better believe I'm trailing my stop along this blue. Wherever this blue is, that's where my stop is, very close by. My trade's protected. I can't lose. Why? Because I didn't hesitate. I'll take a little bit more, please. Give me a little bit more. A little bit more. We need to break below 549.46. We need to break below wherever my dotted line is. 549. If we break below that, I'll be happy. Come on, give me a little more. Okay, I'll take my little bit of money. All right, that was a good trade. That was a good trade. Woo-wee! Okay, I'll take it. That was a good move. A little risky, right? I knew that I drew the flexion really late, but and I stuck to my guns. I'm not waiting until, or I held it until break a blue. It stopped me out. If it dumps right here, oh well. I know what my next setup is, right? Somewhere down here for puts. Ah, it's all right. It's all right. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I got in immediately up here, so I'm okay. But you know, this could be the move up right here. We don't know. We don't know because we want to see if, let's see. Let's look at the higher time frame. So on a higher time frame, we're looking for that. Because we also have to worry about this right here. There's no trade here. Don't rush anything. Don't force it. Okay. Okay. There's no trade here. Wait for the setup. There's no trade here. Wait for the setup. We're going to see if this 5-minute hits. Do you see why we wanted to wait for the break retest underneath 548.71? This is why. This is why. So breaking here should put you on notice. This would be a little more confirmation, because we knew that this level somewhere around here could be a possible turnaround, right? This level somewhere around here is a possible turnaround. It just so happened to be like this. That's what it was. Just a few minutes later. This is why we wait for the setup.
My love is like footsteps in the snow, baby. I follow you everywhere you go. The palest light has come to wake you, but you will never realize that I inspire the dreams that guide you, baby.
Oh my goodness. Look at that 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute, right? You see it. You see it, right? The break, retest, reject. Under, what do I have? 548.80 over here. What is it? 548.71. Okay, there it is. There it is. This is why we wait for the setup. Simply look at the, oh my goodness. Oh, oh my God. I'm gonna put it back to where I had it. I had it right here. Look at it. Look at it. That's why I told you, puts have to have a certain structure. What does the structure look like? The break, retest, reject underneath 548.71. Or at minimum, some dancing underneath this key level or this algo right here. At minimum, it's not just one candle. We don't go off of candles. We need to go off the structure, off the setup. Simply amazing. Where's the target? Most likely 552.61. We don't know. Let's see. So the proper setup here, like this, right? Something like that. Some retracement to gain some strength before we push back up. We want to grab the liquidity from this level right here, from all this at, what is this? 551 and change. I'm going to clean up the chart. I highlighted where we need to start, where we'll start thinking about puts, somewhere down here. This is the answer, somewhere down here. I'm highlighting it now. This magenta is pretty strong magenta. Let it play. You don't have to chase every candle. Let it play. Don't chase every single candle. You don't have to do a move every single move. If you're winning, then you're winning. Call it a damn day. We're about to start compression time any minute now.
shine on, making our faces many colors. Everyone is moving like waves make an ocean on and on. Everybody's singing, yes, this is happiness happening. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Everything will be perfect. Everything will be perfect. Everything will be perfect tonight and forever. Everything will be perfect tonight and forever. Light shine off, light shine on, making our faces many colors. Everyone is moving like waves make an ocean on and on. Everybody's singing, yes, this is happiness happening. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Everything will be perfect. Everything will be perfect. Everything will be perfect tonight and forever.
All right, if you got in on this flexion point right here, your trade's protected. Your trade is protected on this flexion point. You actually can't lose. It's impossible to lose. See, this was the setup down here. This is the ideal setup, this flexion point. Look how perfectly it touched. Perfectly to the dime, to the price, to the time, and to the price. Look at this flexion point right here. All you needed to do was wait for this flexion point. Your trade is now protected. Take what you can and get out. Take what you can and get out. You should be moving your stop. You should be in plenty of profit by now. We broke the blue. See, the break of blue, flexion point. What more? There's nothing more I can do. I'm showing you exactly when to get in. Exactly when to get in, right here. This was the ideal setup, somewhere down here. This is why I drew it. And if you got stopped out, you know, maybe 84% rule, I don't know. There's nothing more I can do besides tell you exactly when to get in at the best possible time. The best possible time. Look at the flexion point. Take your profit and get out. Technically, when it breaks, if you got in at the right time, when it breaks magenta, that should be your out, because you should be at least broken even. I would take some profit, but okay, now we can wait for the next setup. Very simple. Very simple. So now we're contending with this inverse cup, or if we're still going to continue. So we should have another 50-50 right there. Looks like it wants to hang around 550.99. I got another few minutes. I got an appointment I got to head to. But we made good money today. We made good money. We minimized the risk. We identified the risk. We took profit when we could. Your safe puts somewhere down here, right? Somewhere, it's going to be somewhere down here. Now, if you're betting on this cup, that's on you. I got another few minutes with you guys, and then I gotta get out of here. I think if some of us took this 50-50 right here, that this red candle may have stopped you out. Even if you were to place it at the last low. Yeah, it went just below, so precautionary. Precautionary tail. This is just chop. There's no trade in here. This is just chop. Don't force anything. Don't get caught in this chop. Look at this. You can't trade in this. We know where our structure is. Somewhere down here, right? That's for our puts. Possible bearish divergence coming in right now. Possible bearish divergence coming in. I'm not 100% sure about this yellow. We're going to see. All right, looks like we're battling between yellow and orange. So we'll see which way it breaks. Possible bearish divergence coming in though right now. We'll see if it has any strength to it or if it's going to be a fake out. Okay, broke the yellow. Now let's see if we start a blue. see how we react to the orange. Let's see if we pull back on the orange. Or if we stay within this orange. Look at that 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute chart. Look at the 5 minute chart. Remember, the 30 minute tells you where we're going. The 5 minute tells you how to get there. The 1 minute just tells you where you are right now. Look at that 5 minute. That 5 minute hit perfect. That 5 minute hit perfect. You have to use all the tools that I'm giving you. Don't just stay focused, candle, one candle, one candle, one candle. Look at this 5 minute. Look at it. It's absolutely perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's tracking exactly on my 5 minute. You can't be wrong twice in a row. It's impossible. Now, how long you hold, that's on you. That's why I can't control. Look at this. So if you took a call on this 50-50 over here, you just needed to hold on. You just needed to hold on. But you knew that the puts weren't somewhere till down here anyway. So the calls, 50-50, you just needed to hold. Look at the money. Look at the money. Let's see how we react on this orange. I know I just put it, but I think it's possibly a thing. I think this orange is a thing. Look how perfect it reacted to the orange. Come on, you can't make this up. You absolutely cannot make this up. Now let's see how we react, right? We want to test the orange, test the yellow, and see if we react off the yellow. That'd be ideal. So this, a lot of chop, hard to trade in here. If you got stopped out, 84% rule, you win. All right, I've adjusted. So orange is going to be your down. Magenta's technically your buying channel. So if you break magenta and break orange, that should tell you something. That should tell you something. But it looks like we're forming a triple divergence now. Triple bearish divergence. So I'm going to highlight this orange. Okay, that one's highlighted. I'm going to highlight this one. Okay. So you see the orange stage 2 highlight, stage 3 highlight. There it is. Reacting perfectly as I drew it. Come on. This is perfect. You can't ask for anything better. You actually can't. Now, if you don't have any patience and you're getting stopped out, there's nothing I can do about that. Or if you're not taking your money, there's nothing I can do about that. So magenta is going to be your buying channel, right? I'm pretty sure I said a long time ago that 552.61 was going to be the target. A long time ago. I know it's hard to remember all that because I talk a lot. I say a lot of stuff, but look how perfect. Let's look at the 5-minute. Look at the 5-minute chart. It's impossible to lose. It's actually impossible to lose. Perfectly off the orange. This is still inside come on, this is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. If you keep getting stopped out, that I don't know what to tell you. You need to have more conviction in your trade. You need to give it more space to breathe. There's nothing more I can do. I'm telling you where the puts are, right? Underneath orange. I'm telling you what the calls need to look like. Break, retest, rejection off of this yellow. I even highlighted it. Look, it's highlighted too. Look at this. Absolutely perfect. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. Still inside this magenta buying channel. It broke the blue. Look at the money. Look at the money. There it is. What do we touch? 552.61. On the nose. Let's see if we get more. Look at this money. If you're taking losses, you need to be journaling why this is happening. Where did you make the mistake? You will see the pattern. Are you being greedy? Are you letting it ride too long? Are you putting your stops too tight? We went over this yesterday. And then look at this candle. There it is. Let's see if this bearish divergence plays out. There's a triple bearish divergence happening right now. Triple bearish divergence. I got another few minutes here. I needed to leave like 8 minutes ago, but I'm so interested. I want to see if I can scrape out a little more money. Remember, break of this orange should tell you something. Break of this orange, okay, right? And then we want to see this, something like this, a break and retest. Okay, now wait for the next setup. How do we react off of this yellow? We broke magenta, okay. Are we gonna break this yellow? That should be your next question. Are we gonna break this yellow and break this orange? That should be giving you some clues. This 5 minutes almost perfectly played out. We'll see. Now we're in this blue. We rejected off the orange. We're in the blue. Let's see how we react to the top of this yellow right here. We don't have to gamble, right? The puts somewhere down here for your safety. Minimum somewhere down here, at minimum. All right, I got another 5 minutes. I'll hang on. 5 more minutes. We're seeing if this, remember this? We're seeing if that's playing out. Still inside this orange. So once you break orange, start thinking, you know, start thinking about cutting chalks. Looks like orange is going to be your safe puts for right now. Let's see if we get below yellow. Clean up the chart just a bit. Very choppy in here. This is very choppy. You got to take your money when you can. Very choppy. Now we hit this 552.61. Now the next setup is going to be, right there. I told you, you're not thinking about puts until underneath orange. You're not thinking about puts until here. There's gonna be a triple bearish divergence coming in right now. Triple bearish divergence. Let's see if it actually plays out. Triple bearish divergence happening right now. Let's see how deep it goes. Look at this wick. Look at this wick. Big rejection wick. Let's see how deep it goes. All right, let's see if we break below this orange, this yellow right now. This wick is tricky. What's it telling us? Maybe a momentum candle, maybe a rejection wick. We don't know. Triple divergence. Let's see if it's going to do quadruple divergence. I just had a conversation with one of the members about this, and now it's actually happened. I'll cut and paste it and put it in the group. Triple divergence. Come on, get a little more. Momentum candle, rejection wick. Triple divergence. Let's see how far it digs. Not wick, we need to break below this yellow. Still inside the blue. We need to close, the candle needs to close below this yellow, still inside the blue. And then we want to see the strength of this divergence. Okay. Now it's going to be a big level right here. This orange right here should give us some sense of direction. Now this is going to tell us: are we staying in here? Are we going to keep doing this? Right? Or should we be looking for this right here? We don't know. Wait for the setup. This is tricky to trade in. You got to take your money. Very tricky to trade in today. This is why we wait to break the orange. This is why right here. This is why. This orange should give you a hint. This orange is going to be a little more confirmation. Just remember that. Because when I leave, don't say I didn't tell you. Keep an eye on this bullseye. At the time, what is it? 11:44. This is chop, wait for structure. This is just chop, wait for the structure to play out. We don't need to chase anything. We know we have our triggers, right? Below this orange for the puts. Hasn't changed. Has not changed. If you want safety, it's going to be somewhere down here. That's the answer. Even safer, somewhere down below 548, which I highlighted already. Because we were concerned if it's going to keep doing this inside this orange, right? Look at the 5-minute chart. Look at the 5-minute chart. There it is. Oh my goodness. Look, remember, we wanted to see the break, retest, and reject off of yellow. Here it is. Look at it right here. It happened perfectly. Perfectly. Look at the 5-minute chart. Look at to perfection. The 5-minute chart to perfection. There's nothing more I can do. You got a 50-50 shot here, a 50-50 shot here. You couldn't be wrong twice in a row. You knew the path. All right, now let's see if we form a head here. Use a 5-minute to guide you. Okay, YouTube, it's been fun. Discord, use a 5 minute to guide you. This is the answer. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Okay, that's my time. I have to go. We had a great session. Use the 5 minute to guide off of, right? Look at the 5 minute chart. Use this to guide off of. Okay, YouTube, it's been fun. You have a good day.